Hey guys, just wanted to thank everybody for coming out here today to celebrate my mom's birthday. And you know, Jerry comes in late, and then she's talking to everybody. No one's listening to you, Tori. Judy's listening to me.
What?
You're listening to me.
I am trying, yeah. Now better.
Okay, all right.
So keep it up.
Okay, Jerry, sit down. You came in late, so it's time to sit down. We'll get to you in a little bit, okay? You can't hear me, okay? Well, just really grateful, really blessed that you guys are all here today. So many familiar faces I haven't seen in a long time, and so I'm excited. You know, at first we were going to have a surprise party for her, but if you But if you know my mom, she's not big into surprises, so we decided that we'd have a party for her. And at first she didn't want the party. She was like, I don't want the party, but I know that she's pretty happy that all you guys are here. And so we're here to celebrate 80 years. Yeah. And for me, it seems a little surreal, you know, that you're 80 years old. It just seems, just kind of amazes me. I'm just blessed over here. So in a little bit, what I want to do is I'm going to call on some of you to just, you know, maybe tell me about a time in your life that you remember her, or really just what does she mean to you? Because I looked up the meaning of the name Joan on the internet. And I'm going to call her Joan from now on, because that's what I call her all the time. So I don't know when that started, like when I was 20, I just started calling her Joan. So, but I looked at the meaning of the name Joan and on the internet, and it says the meaning of the name Joan is God is gracious. And I just thought that was so cool. God is gracious. You know, and I know that to be true for me, because God is so gracious that He gave me the best mother in the world. He really did. And not only is she so gracious, she's so full of grace. I mean, full of grace for this church, full of grace to her family, to her friends. I mean, all of you here today, I mean, you know that to be true. So, there was lots of times in my life where I made a lot of spontaneous, immature decisions, and kind of lived this self-centered, self-obsessed life, and she was always there for me. She was always there and always showing me grace, and I'm just so blessed to have her as my mom. So I want to ask some questions about you. In fact, Joan and I have been talking about, we've been kind of writing down her life story lately. We've done some recordings of it, and we've done some, she's been writing some stuff down, and the goal was to be done by today, but we're really, I think, about age 32. So we have it's good to set goals, but you don't always get to them. But so I think we're at where I was born. So, and anyway, but it's been great because there's a lot of things that I've learned about her. I mean, I know the story, but there's a lot of things that I've learned about her from us doing this just in the past, 2 to 3 weeks, and little things that I didn't know about. So, like for example, did you know that Joan never went to kindergarten? She never, and she doesn't know why she never went to kindergarten. She never asked anybody, and no one ever told her why she never went to kindergarten. But when we were talking about that, you were saying how that was okay. You were cool with that because you got to play with a lot of friends and cousins at that time. And one of those cousins is here today that she got to play with when she was 5 years old. Donna, Dee, it was one of those. So I just want to ask you real quick, and I can bring the microphone over to you, I think. You might have to stand up a little bit. But... So tell me what she was like. Tell me what you remember of her, like being 5 years old. And...
5 years old.
Yeah, I know that was just like yesterday, but... Like, what do you remember about that? Like, did you go to kindergarten?
We were little kids. She lived right almost next door to where she's living now. And I lived down on Prospect 49. And yeah.
I can hear it. They may not be here.
And I used to walk up to her house after school every day and practice on her piano. And she had this, and then we'd spend the night sometimes and wake up in the morning and listen to Let's Pretend. And on the radio, and everything was on the radio. That's right. And she had this beautiful picture over her bed that was this guardian angel and these two little kids walking across this little bridge. I love that picture, and I now have it. So, I mean, that's the main thing that I remember on her house is that picture, you know.
Cool.
Yeah. Been there for years.
You ready? What's that? Oh! Oh, yeah. Father John. Oh, I didn't see you there, Father. I'm sorry. You just kind of came in, snuck in, sat down.
You just came in and sat down.
Well, actually, I'll go to you next, and then maybe you can even say a blessing as well. But I know you're used to talking on the microphone, so I know you're used to talking to people in front of people. So.
Well, I'm sorry I'm late. I made it, and I just want you to have this special card. And this is kind of new cellophane. This is kind of a new thing to wrap things in. So, you're right up to the moment, Joan. How wonderful it is that to celebrating 80 years. My gosh. You've seen so much more of the world than me. And it's been wonderful to have you part of our parish and your clan, you know. And we hope that you'll be here for many more years, and I will too.
I hope so.
And hopefully I can celebrate my 80th birthday with as much zip and vigor as you.
Thank you, Father. Okay, so now there's somebody else here too that went to high school with her, and knew her in her high school days, and her name is Jerry. Hello, Jerry. I would love for you to tell me what you. Come on.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm asking you, what do you remember about her in high school and growing up? And okay. All right. Well, we'll get back to Jerry later. So what happened? So you graduated high school. You met an amazing guy whose name is Don Roberts. You fall in love, you get married, you start having kids, and then you moved to the house on 45th Street here. And you had a next door neighbor at that time, right? And her name was Doris Feller. So I'm going to ask Doris what she remembers about those times. Like, what was it like? I know we were just talking about it a little bit, but if you could just share with everybody, like, what she was like and what was going on then.
We both were home all day. Yeah, housewives. And Joan was always so sweet and so kind. I have to say anything to her, she's always so nice and sweet and kind to me. That's what I remember about Joan, how sweet she is. And we've known each other for 50 years, right? And we never had a harsh word with each other, ever. Yeah. And she saved me from the earthquake that time. Oh. I'm from Tennessee, and I've never seen an earthquake or anything. I looked outside, I was standing in the doorway, and the sidewalk was going, the street was going just like this. I looked up at Joan, she was running across the street, and I said, what am I supposed to do? She said, stay right where you are. So she saved my life, I would run out the street.
Cool.
Well, I gotta tell something about Doris too. She was the best neighbor a person could have because she had 3 kids and I had 3. And my Mark loved to go to Doris's and play. And he would stay there all day. And he said to me, how come you can't make tomato soup like Doris does?
So you're at the phone company. So when you're working at the phone company, when I think of the phone company, AT&T, I think of Peggy. Because you started the phone company. She's your Ma Bell's sister, right? Yeah. So I just wanted you to share too what you remember about those days and working there, and what do you.
I'm not very good at this,
I know you're not, but you're doing a good
anyhow,
job.
Joan is a big, big part of my life. She's more like a sister. She's wonderful. And we do go back a long time.
Mhm.
I can't think of anything else to say other than I'm happy she's here and with us.
Hey, that's a good round of applause for that one.